After 5 decades of iron-fisted rule, the Assad dynasty has fallen. Rebel forces, a coalition of factions opposed to Bashar al-Assad's regime, have seized control of Syria. The Syrian Military Operations Command, as the rebel coalition is known, acted swiftly to dismantle the structures of Assad's rule. They formally deposed the president, released political prisoners languishing in Syria's notorious jails, and assumed control of key government institutions. Assad, alongside his family, has fled the country that was in his family's grip for so long, seeking refuge in Russia. Ghazi al-Jalali, a figure from the old regime, but one untainted by the worst excesses of Assad's rule, oversaw the transfer of power. The former prime minister formally recognized the rebel coalition as the legitimate government of Syria. This move, while largely symbolic, underscores the complete collapse of Assad's authority. The swiftness and totality of the regime's downfall have sent shockwaves through the region. The implications of this seismic shift in power are far-reaching. Syria, once a linchpin of stability, albeit a brutal and oppressive one, is now entering uncharted territory. The balance of power in the Middle East has been fundamentally altered, and the consequences are likely to be felt for years to come. The international community has responded with a mixture of caution and anticipation. The path ahead is fraught with uncertainty, and the potential for further conflict and instability is undeniable. The collapse of Assad's regime has dealt a significant blow to Iran's influence in the region. Syria, under Assad, was a key ally for Tehran, providing a crucial link in its so-called axis of resistance against Israel and the West. With Assad gone, Iran's ability to project power in the Levant has been severely weakened. Reports suggest that Iranian diplomats had already evacuated their embassy in Damascus before it was allegedly attacked. This hasty retreat underscores the level of concern in Tehran about the implications of Assad's fall. While Russia, another key ally of the Assad regime, maintains a military presence in Syria, it too is bracing for further instability. Israel, meanwhile, has responded to the evolving situation with heightened vigilance. The Golan Heights, a strategic plateau captured from Syria in the 1967 Six-Day War, has been placed on high alert. Israeli forces have bolstered their presence in the area and are providing assistance to UN peacekeepers who have faced challenges from armed groups attempting to infiltrate the demilitarized zone. The Israeli military has also been forced to contend with a Houthi missile attack launched from Yemen. The missile, targeting Israeli territory, was successfully intercepted. This incident highlights the volatile security environment that Israel now faces, with threats emanating from multiple fronts. The turmoil in Syria has also emboldened Hezbollah, the Iranian-backed Shiite militia based in Lebanon. Hezbollah, which has long been a thorn in Israel's side, has stepped up its activities along the Lebanese border. The group has been testing Israel's defenses, launching probing attacks and engaging in increasingly provocative maneuvers. Israel has responded with a show of force, carrying out airstrikes against suspected Hezbollah targets in Lebanon. The situation remains tense, with the potential for a miscalculation or escalation ever present. Meanwhile, in the Gaza Strip, the Israeli Defense Forces have successfully eliminated the mastermind behind Hamas's aerial assault capabilities. This targeted operation is a significant blow to Hamas, the Palestinian militant group that controls Gaza. However, Hamas has responded by releasing videos of hostages it is holding. This move is widely seen as an attempt to gain leverage in any future negotiations for their release. The hostage crisis adds another layer of complexity to the already volatile situation in Gaza. The international community is grappling with the implications of Assad's fall and the ensuing chaos. The United States has welcomed Assad's removal as an act of justice, but remains wary of the potential for further instability. The US has launched airstrikes against ISIS camps in Syria, demonstrating its continued involvement in the country's multi-sided conflict. The United Nations has called for inclusive government talks in Syria, urging all parties to work towards a peaceful resolution. However, the deep divisions and mistrust among the various factions make such a prospect seem distant at best. Germany has expressed concern about the potential for radicalization in the wake of Assad's fall, warning that extremist groups could exploit the power vacuum. Lebanon, already grappling with its own political and economic crises, has opened its border with Syria, anticipating a massive influx of refugees. The UN Refugee Agency reports that the situation in Syrian refugee camps remains relatively calm for now, with some essential services still functioning. However, the agency warns that resources are stretched thin, and that a large-scale influx of refugees could overwhelm the system. The fall of Assad's regime marks a turning point in the Middle East, the consequences of which are still unfolding. Netanyahu confirms IDF entered Syria. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu praised the removal of Syrian President Bashar al-Assad, calling it a turning point. He linked the move to Israel's recent military actions against Assad's Aqs, Iran and Hezbollah in Lebanon. The region is now grappling with a new reality, one characterized by shifting alliances, heightened tensions, and the ever-present threat of violence. The path ahead is fraught with uncertainty, and the potential for further conflict and instability is undeniable. Please like and subscribe to this channel so that we can continue to bring you the news.